Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. 3-5 in MLB for Wednesday. I can't believe Clase blew that save to the Yankees. That was heartbreaking. And then the Phillies blew the lead too. We should have been in the grid. Whatever. Not going to let it get to me. Let's shake it off, move on to Thursday. Thursday is usually a lighter day in the MLB. So let's jump right in.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Hey, get the Source.
First up is Cubs at Nats. I'm skipping this one because there's no line open yet. We'll go over it on the live show tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Next up, Mets at Tigers to finish that series. You got Eduardo Rodriguez pitching against Justin Verlander. Verlander making his debut. Mets open up as -190 favorites. Total opens up at 8. Can't use the spreadsheet on this one because obviously we have no data in for Justin Verlander, so nothing to go by there. So I don't know if you've heard, Erod is absolutely rolling for the Tigers right now. Ready for this? In his last 4 starts, 26 and 2/3 innings pitched, so he's going deep into games. Just 16 hits, 24 strikeouts to just 3 walks, 2 earned runs. And no, I'm not saying a 2 ERA. He gave up 2 earned runs total. What makes it even more impressive, look at who he pitched against. At Toronto, Baltimore twice, one of the toughest lineups to pitch against if you're a lefty. And Cleveland's in there. That's not a good lineup. But 3 out of the last 4 starts where he's putting up those impressive numbers against tough lineups. Now he's going to pitch against the Mets bats that haven't hit lefties well all season. Also, he's got great career numbers against this Mets lineup. Current Mets bats lifetime are just 10 of 56 off of Eduardo Rodriguez with just 2 doubles. 56 at bats, just 2 extra base hits. I know the Mets are due, dropping both games against the Tigers yesterday in the doubleheader, but I'm just not seeing it here in this matchup against Eduardo Rodriguez, who is red hot. Also, what are we expecting to see from Justin Verlander here? I mean, he hasn't pitched since the World Series, coming off the injury. I mean, yes, he's pitching against the Tigers lineup that hasn't hit right-handed pitching in 3 years, basically. But still, I mean, are we going to be shocked if Verlander comes out and doesn't exactly have his A game working? What I want to do is take the first 5 under here, but it's all the way down at 3.5, which means the odds makers are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. What I think I might do, this line isn't open yet, but I might go Mets first 5 team total under. We'll see. I will let you know on the live show at 11 a.m. Next up, Angels at Cardinals. Jack Flaherty pitching against Griffin Canning. Cardinals open up -175 favorites. Total opens up at 9. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. According to the model, the score should be 4-2 Angels after 5 innings. Final score 6-2 Angels. So I think Jack Flaherty has had the worst luck of any starting pitcher in baseball so far this season. Check out his starts. Ready for this? Toronto, obviously strong lineup. At Milwaukee, not an easy place to pitch for a right-handed starter. At Colorado, Coors Field sucks. Arizona, that's probably the easiest start of his schedule so far against the D-backs, but their lineup's been pretty solid so far this season. At Seattle, another tough place to go pitch if you're a righty. And then his last start was at Dodgers, who have been absolutely annihilating right-handed pitching. I'm actually very impressed that Jack Flaherty has been able to keep his ERA under 4 with those starts to start the season. I think he's tremendously undervalued right now. Now let's look at his counterpart. He's pitching against Griffin Canning. Griffin Canning's 3 starts. Home against the Nationals. At Yankees. Now, keep in mind, the Yankees bats have been slumping like crazy lately. And home against Oakland. This dude has had a cakewalk of a schedule. I want to take St. Louis bad, but they're super expensive here, and I really don't 100% trust that lineup. So I'm going to hammer the first 5 under 4.5 here at +100. I like this one. Locking it in now. Next game. Twins at White Sox. I'm skipping this one for now. Obviously, I want to fade Giolito, but if you look at Pablo Lopez's last few starts, I want to fade him too. So maybe a possible over. I'll let you know on the live show. Nothing for now. Next. Baltimore, Kansas City again. We got Grayson Rodriguez pitching against Jordan Lyles. Baltimore opens up as -150 favorites, and the total opens up at 9.5. Grayson Rodriguez coming off back-to-back great starts, 10 consecutive scoreless innings, 15 Ks. He's dealing. Want to know why I don't care? Because both the starts were against the Detroit Tigers. If he was a lefty and he blanked Detroit in back-to-back starts, okay, I would hand him some props for that, but he's a righty, and like I just said earlier, the Tigers haven't hit right-handed pitching in 3 years. So I think Grayson Rodriguez is overvalued right now. On the other side, you got Jordan Lyles. He's pitching against his old team, but that's not weird because he's pitched for, I think, 9 different teams. So whenever Jordan Lyles pitches, he's most likely pitching against one of his old teams. Now, the Orioles lineup lifetime is just 3 of 24 off Lyles. So Lyles does have good numbers against this Orioles lineup, but just 24 at bats, it's not exactly a huge sample size. One thing I will say about Jordan Lyles is his last home start was really good. I know his numbers look shaky on the season, and if you just glance at his game logs, it doesn't look great. But his last home start, he gave up 3 earned runs, but he pitched 8 innings. Giving up 3 earned runs is not bad when you pitch 8 innings. This is a tough one because I want to take KC. I want to take the Royals bad. I think Jordan Lyles is going to pitch a good game, and I think Grayson Rodriguez is overvalued. It's just tough with the Royals bats, so I'm going to say either Royals first 5 or first 5 under. The first 5 under isn't open yet, so I can't even make a decision, but it's going to be one of those two next game. Brewers at Rockies to finish up this weird-ass series. I lost on the Brewers in the first game of the series. We cashed on Rockies first 5 in the second game. We're seeing low-scoring game at Coors Field, so I don't even know what to make of that. It's just a tough. I'm skipping it. Next. Actually ran out of time, but there was another game I wanted to go through. Was the Toronto-Boston game. There's just no way Toronto's about to get swept in a 4-game series. Boston just beat them 3 in a row. Toronto's got Gausman on the mound, who's pitched well against Boston in his career. Boston's pitching that kid Bello. I like Toronto minus 1.5. I know that it's super square. Public is already all over Toronto, but I'm going to bet this now. You can get the minus 1.5 at plus 100, or even money if you want to call it that. I'm betting it now. I would imagine by the time we record the live show that it'll be more expensive. So I just wanted to include that in here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time. If there anything changes or any crazy updates, I'll let you know on Twitter. So give me a follow there if you want. Talk to you guys soon. See you in the morning.